Allegheny County's greatest resource is its people. They possess a special blend of toughness, diversity, and compassion that enhances the geographic beauty of the region and makes this a special place. Perhaps nowhere else is the spirit of Western Pennsylvania more evident than at United Way, where countless volunteers and ordinary citizens step forward to play a leadership role in meeting our health and human service needs.
United Way leads by mobilizing resources within the community. It pulls together the financial resources, the volunteer time, the intellectual capital of the community, and applies those resources to the community's needs.
When I think about the quality of life in Allegheny County and the role that the United Way plays, what really impresses me is that it does address such a broad range of health and human services needs. It does it in a way that also convenes the entire community and involves the entire community in problem solving, in identifying what's important, and in thinking about the best ways of mobilizing both human and financial resources towards solving those problems.
If you wanted to benchmark Pittsburgh against other communities, one benchmark in terms of whether we have that spirit of community is the number of people who stand up to be counted by giving at the leadership level.
We lead the nation in the largest number of individual leadership givers at $1,000 or more. We led the nation in the largest number of de Tocqueville donors giving $10,000 or more. And now we're leading the nation in creative new ways where families are using the wealth, whatever level of wealth they've accumulated in their lives, and they're making very wise decisions about how to share that wealth with their neighbors and also to ensure the future health and welfare of their own families.
United Way's efforts to promote more cost-effective giving has not gone unnoticed by its contributors.
United Way is building trust with their donors because they're providing a lot of different options for us as givers. And I think that's really very important because everybody has a different need and everybody has a different set of circumstances. And I think when we talk about trust, I think the United Way has come a long way in listening to us as donors.
Every time I come to one of those good vantage points and look over the city of Pittsburgh, it makes me want to realize the importance that we have of doing what we can and preserve the city that we inherited. And I think United Way is coming up with very imaginative ways to help donors make meaningful gifts that protects their principal while they give away their income. Now, I can give a good example of that, which my family has used, and that is a charitable lead trust. In a charitable lead trust, a certain amount of money goes to the United Way. It can be income, it could be any amount you designate, but it goes to the United Way, but you keep the principal basically intact for your children when you die or at the end of the term of the lead trust. But it's a very good way to minimize the tax on giving to your family.
I have decided to make a major commitment to United Way because through my daughter Peggy, I have been very much involved in the work that she has done and in the work that the United Way has done, and I wanted to be a part of that myself.
I think that in this instance with my mother, who has not made a gift of this type and has not been involved in this sort of technical planning process, the opportunity for her to deal with the staff at United Way about what the options are, how to best accomplish the purposes that she had in mind, was very, very helpful and made the job easier and made, I think, her comfortable with the outcome in that it met her goals. And that really is the bottom line, meeting her goals as to charitable gifts and as to family orientation and family protection.
Donors in the last few years have come to us and said, I have a position where there is stock in my family. There is a house in my family, a piece of property. How can I contribute this and help the community? And United Way normally would have said, we rely on payroll deduction. Today, we are working creatively with these donors to take gifts of stock that represents some substantial tax liability to a donor, or a house, a piece of real estate, and to look at creative ways that they can give that back benefit the community and their family.
Like you, United Way works hard each year to earn your support so that it can meet the health and human service needs in our community. Just as you save and plan for retirement, United Way has come to realize that we must do the same if we are to assure the well-being of this region for our children and grandchildren.
Building endowment for United Way is critical to the success of this community. As we've seen over the years, we've lost companies, we've lost corporations, and people have been able to sustain the level of giving. But that may not always be the case. I think those people who are so supportive of the United Way today need to be thinking about the future of this community, and endowment is a way to do that.
And these will generate, we believe right now, projected increases of over
Wouldn't it be wonderful if all of the leadership givers in our community would endow their gifts so that as they pass on into retirement or in death, that their leadership giving would continue in this community, could be added onto by the new folks that come on board, and to give us a solid social service support level unmatched anywhere else in the country.
To achieve that, United Way of Allegheny County has created an endowment partnership with the Pittsburgh Foundation and is working with donors and their advisors to identify gifts that achieve donor objectives while leaving a legacy for this region. A few simple examples are making United Way the beneficiary of an insurance policy, retirement plan, living trust, or will. More complicated but extremely leveraged plan gifts include charitable trusts and gift annuities, which can provide life income and tax benefits, along with retained life estates, where donors receive significant tax deductions now for the future gift of their house or farm. As a matter of fact, through careful estate planning, there are ways to redirect all of your taxes to your favorite charities and heirs.
Well, I feel it's important to support Pittsburgh by supporting United Way, partly because of the way my grandfather and my father have been part of this community and I think given back to the community. And United Way has been an important part of that.
Well, Patricia and I have included the United Way in our estate plans because we really feel that, after we're gone, that the needs in this community will still be there. And that, we would like to do our share to see that the continuing generations will be able to do the things and that, that we will have helped them. And the United Way is really a good way to do it. I think the United Way is really important. And, we all have jobs to do, and we all consider some of the charitable things that we do as above our jobs or not part of our jobs. Actually, what we do in the charitable way and in promoting the community is really our job.
Whether you're considering your first leadership level gift or plan to endow your own legacy, there's no greater feeling than giving something back to the community you love.
We decided to give our house here to the United Way because it met some specific needs, some giving needs that we had. I'd like Dee to share with you some of the thought process that we went through.
When I first heard about this, my heart sank. I thought for sure we were going to be living in the street or something. But I realized later that this was a perfect way for us to give gifts to some places that were very important to us. And today, we're still in our home, even though it belongs to the United Way. And we love this place emotionally. It's still ours. And we can stay here as long as we want to.
I really feel very, very good. I have always been taught from my parents that to those who much has been given, much is expected. And I just really feel that I love Pittsburgh. I'm not a native Pittsburgher, but I came back to Pittsburgh, and I just feel that I want other people to enjoy the opportunities that are available here, and hopefully through my gift and the gift of others through United Way, that can happen.
In the long run, Pittsburgh won't be remembered for its industry or its beauty. Pittsburgh's lasting legacy will be the spirit of its people and their commitment to meet the health and human service needs of their neighbors and friends now and in the future.
The most important part of my gift annuity to the United Way is it will be here forever. I'll be gone, my wife will be gone, but the annuity will still be here to help people who need the help. My only regret in the whole procedure is I didn't have more money that I could have made the gift larger.
And I realize the importance that we have of doing what we can to, within our means, to protect and preserve the city that we inherited. And I think a gift to the United Way is one of the better ways of doing that. I certainly want to be remembered for this wonderful town and having done something meaningful for it. I just love this city.
To learn more about how you can leave your own legacy to Western Pennsylvania, or to be invited to a free charitable estate planning seminar, please call United Way's Planned Giving Office at 412-261-6010. You may also visit our website at www.unitedwaypittsburgh.org. United Way wishes to acknowledge Cornerstone Television and AXA Foundation, without whose assistance this video would not have been possible. Each year, millions of people direct billions of dollars to deserving health and human service agencies through United Ways across America. Our model leadership giving program is one of the best. That's because our products are tailored to meet your needs as well as improve the quality of life in our community.
United Way supports many of the organizations and agencies that help make that quality of life a reality. And you know, that's why it is so important for the United Way to receive the kind of leadership giving that we've been part of and many other great people in the community have been part of.
United Way has several leadership giving recognition levels. Those contributing $1,000 to $2,499 fall into the leadership level of giving. Gifts from $2,500 to $4,999 are in the Arthur J. Rooney Sr. level of giving, and gifts from $5,000 to $9,999 are in the Senator John Hines level of giving. Our most prestigious group, the Alexis de Tocqueville Society, honors those who contribute $10,000 or more each year.
I'd encourage others to be leadership givers because United Way is a particularly effective way to make sure that your resources are being used to the maximum extent possible.
Here are some of the many ways you can become a United Way leadership giver. You can send a check for the full amount of your leadership gift. You can spread your leadership gift over a year through payroll deduction. You can give appreciated securities and receive credit for the full market value of your leadership gift and avoid capital gains tax and brokerage fees. Giving appreciated securities like stocks and mutual fund shares offers many advantages over giving cash. For instance, if you're in a 39.6% tax bracket and make a $1,000 gift by check or cash, you receive a $396 refund if you itemize your deductions, making the actual cost of your gift $604. But if you give stock or securities with a 20% basis, you receive credit for the full market value of your gift, a $396 refund, and avoid $160 in capital gains taxes, making the actual cost of your gift less than $450. Plan gifts provide the opportunity for you to endow your leadership gift based on your personal needs and circumstances, and entitle you to membership in our prestigious Red Feather and Lasting Legacy societies. Ultimately, there are only 3 places your assets can go: your family, the government, or your community. And without proper planning, as much as 80% of your estate can be lost to taxes. United Way is proud to provide the vehicles for redirecting your tax dollars to your family and community. The least expensive way to endow a gift is through your will, living trust, or insurance policy. Making a final gift, equal to 20 times your annual gift, generates enough income to replace your annual gift in perpetuity through a fund named in honor or memory of you, a friend, or a loved one. You can also make United Way the owner and beneficiary of an insurance policy. The charitable gift annuity is commonly referred to as a charitable retirement plan. With this gift, you transfer cash or marketable securities to United Way. In return, you and/or someone you designate receives fixed payments for life. The gift is especially popular with retirees and executives looking for safety, higher income, and immediate tax deductions. The flexible deferred gift annuity can even be used like a deferred compensation plan. At the death of the last surviving beneficiary, United Way receives its gift. If you know how mutual funds work and like the idea of variable income now and want to defer endowing your gift, a pooled income fund may be right for you. Here, your gift is combined with the gift of others. Those assets are invested and their annual income distributed proportionally among the participants. The income you receive each year is based on the earnings of the fund. At the death of the last surviving beneficiary, the portion of the fund attributable to you becomes a United Way gift. For persons whose savings are concentrated in few appreciated assets, charitable remainder trusts offer a way to sell those assets without paying capital gains tax. Not only can you diversify the portfolio, but you receive fixed or variable income for life or a period of years and a significant income tax deduction. At the death of the last surviving beneficiary, United Way receives its gift. A charitable lead trust gives the income from assets placed in trust to United Way for a period of years. Then the assets are returned to you and your family. With this plan, you transfer assets to a trust. Income from the trust is directed to United Way, while the remainder of the trust is generally passed to children or grandchildren. This form of gift carries significant gift and estate tax deductions. A retained life estate gift permits the donor to get a current tax deduction for the future gift of a home or farm. This gift is especially attractive to older persons whose only real asset is their home, or who would rather not leave their home to heirs who will only have to sell the property.
Well, I feel it's important to support Pittsburgh by supporting United Way, partly because of the way my grandfather and my father have been part of this community and I think given back to the community. And United Way has been an important part of that. And United Way is one of the ways we do community here. And the support that the United Way has given to the various organizations around town has contributed to the kind of life we have in this community, and the reason that certainly we have the Rooney family that wants to stay here, and I hope that my children will want to stay here. So leadership giving is an important part of all that.
United Way has become so efficient in the way they work. Very little of the monies are used administratively, and I think the evaluation process is so terrific, where it's easy for us as a donor to give money and know that the United Way is a good steward of it, and they're taking good care of our money and helping to blanket this community with agencies that will take care of all of our residents.
The greatest change since I have been president at United Way our focus and emphasis on the donor, listening to the donor, examining what they want to accomplish with their charitable contributions, and delivering for them impact on community needs. Helping the donor connect with a problem and giving that problem priority attention. That is leadership. That is what United Way represents in the Pittsburgh region.
To learn more about how you can leave your own legacy to Western Pennsylvania, or to be invited to a free charitable estate planning seminar, please call United Way's Planned Giving Office at 412-261-6010. You may also visit our website at www.unitedwaypittsburgh.org. United Way wishes to acknowledge Cornerstone Television and AXA Foundation, without whose assistance this video would not have been possible.